Hey guys, we are here at 918 Hackberry. This is in Willow Heights again. We've been here a couple of times. Both of the Copus houses are in here. I think that might have been the only two we've seen so far. We are on a corner lot with this one, and so a couple of things. Corner lot, you do have like the luxury of the side entry garage. However, the backyard is still going to be roughly the same size as everyone else's. I'm going to go ahead and walk over here and we'll check out the AC unit while we're out here. This one was built in 2021. It is 2,099 square feet, so almost 2,100. 3-bed, 2.5 bath. All of the systems should be 2021, so right at 4 years old. It is a VA family. I'll turn around so you can see. You do have a gate that leads in here. It is a little wider than like your standard gate, probably for lawnmower. But it is VA family. They are super motivated. It's been on the market for 66 days. In the agent notes, they did state that they would be willing to consider a flooring allowance. I didn't really see anything when I walked through to turn on lights that would like constitute necessarily needing a flooring allowance, but they would consider a flooring allowance and or closing cost with a good offer. And the agent has already texted me twice today. It's like 10 a.m. and she's like, please bring us something. We're super motivated. We're ready to go. So typically your fence is a little further up on this side. This one's not like I mean, it might be a big deal to you guys, but it just makes the house feel so much bigger. This is probably your drain line for either your handler or your hot water heater. And then you do have a spigot on this side as well. This floor plan is also super interesting. They did do like a good job with the landscaping. Oh, I knew I was gonna do that. The one ant bed in the whole front yard and I stepped in it. All right, we're back. So this floor plan, that's what I was talking about. It is super interesting. You have like the main parts of the house are all downstairs. A big section of your house back here is like the garage, and then the other bedrooms are going to be upstairs. So right through the front door, it opens up into the living room. I'm going to turn around so y'all can see like entryway. You do have ceramic wood like tile in here. And they've done several upgrades while they were building it. This is a one-owner home. They did do the 2-level crown molding. And then like the ceramic tile. They did the recessed lighting. They did some additional recessed lighting in the kitchen, which is nice. There's a whole list of upgrades that the agent listed in the description that I'll send to you guys. You do have gas burning fireplace. It does have gas logs in it right now. There is a good chance that that is like your only option with this house. Sometimes they don't have real chimneys, so you can't do wood burning. Then you have dining area over here. And then it opens up into the kitchen. You have the breakfast bar. For the oven range, there is the option of doing gas or electric. And they did do like the neutral grayish colored subway tile. There is not a refrigerator, so that is something that we could either ask for credit for that instead of flooring allowance, or you guys could provide your own. Everything else is stainless steel. You do have built-in microwave. And then back here we have pantry, really good size pantry. And then directly across we have a laundry room. Dryer set up here. It is electric, and then washing machine. This is like a pretty like narrow room. It is pretty long though. I think if you wanted to do like a second refrigerator setup, you could over here. And then this leads us into the garage. So they do have one built-in shelf. Pretty standard as far as two-car garage. There's another built-in shelf above the door. A typical like 12 to 14 inch clearance. And then I don't know if you can really tell in the video, there's a pretty good slope here. It's to keep water from entering the garage. And then I don't know if we've talked about this before, but DSLD, they did start, when they built houses, they started putting a main water cutoff in the garage. So comes in handy in the winter when we randomly get snowstorms and near zero temps. It's kind of weird. It doesn't happen often, and it doesn't happen for very long. It's usually like a little 3-day, 4-day period every couple of years. Let's see, where else do we need to go? So another thing with this floor plan, the primary suite is going to be right here off of the living room on the main level. We'll go ahead and check it out before we head upstairs. So you do have this like hallway entryway. Your thermostat is over here as well. And then it opens up into the primary. I feel like the one window is an interesting choice. And they do have it pretty much set up for the bed to go on this side. Primary bathroom. We do have tile shower, and they did do the fully tiled. Typically there would be a fiberglass pan, and they did bring it up a little taller than most. And this is like the frameless glass doors. Some people hate them. I'm not 100% sure why. I don't have any experience with them. Double vanity. And then they did upgrade the tub to the oversized soaker tub. This is a frosted glass as well. And we have a closet back here. I'm not sure what this is. I feel like, so you do have a tankless hot water heater. I feel like this is like the security system panel. And then back here you do have a water closet as well. And we don't have like any kind of storage in here. Usually there's like a cabinet or something. If you needed some additional storage, that'd definitely be an option. You do have like the shaker style cabinets in here, so it would be pretty easy to match. All right, so the rest of the house is going to be upstairs, so we're going to head that way. We do have the half bath is down here, so this would be like your guest bath, and it is just toilet and sink on this side. It is like matching with the rest of the house. And then we're gonna head upstairs real quick. We'll head out to the back patio in a minute. The carpet, like in my opinion, it's not terrible. And I don't know if it's maybe like this color or it needs like a good deep clean. Well, there are some like stains here. I feel like this particular like color is showing more wear than you typically see, because it even looks like it's one of those, if you brush it one way, it looks different than being brushed the other way. So I do feel like it does look a little rougher than it might actually be. it definitely needs like a good deep clean. So this is gonna be, there we go. So this is gonna be our landing area. I do think like treadmill could fit like right here-ish. And then you could do like bookshelf, 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 and your desk here. But I'm not 100% sure. I can measure out this space too if we need to. And then we have bedroom and bedroom on this other side as well. And it all kind of connects together through the back. So we're going to go that way. You do have additional attic access up here. So we'll start on this side. So this is just an additional storage closet. They have it set up like linen closet. And this is going to be guest bedroom number 1. And these bedrooms upstairs are super big. You could easily fit like a nice like oversized twin, 2 of them, and still have plenty of room. This room's huge. I feel like this is like every teenager's dream, having a big bedroom tucked away upstairs. And then you have closet here. You have really nice size closets upstairs too. Walk-in set up. And then this is our Jack and Jill bathroom. So this is side number 1. You have vanity, tons of storage space. And then we're gonna walk through to the wet room, which will be our shower. They did do fiberglass insert up here, which is kind of typical upstairs. And you do have the ceramic with like tile. Toilet on this side, and then we have vanity number 2. Still has a lot of storage, not near as much as the other side, but still has plenty of storage. And then we walk through to the second closet area and bedroom. So this is going to be the closet. Same setup, kind of similar, a little bit smaller. And then this bedroom is a little bit smaller, but still really big. It's wider or longer versus wider. So bedroom number 2, like I said, this is I think a big part of it's the color of the carpet. So if you like push it, because it is the thicker, more plush, it's not like standard builder grade carpet. I just think they picked a really bad color. And then we loop back out into the main area. I think this is so funny. You have this switch, and then this switch controls the same light. I'm not sure what these 2 are. I'm thinking this one probably goes to the attic. And then this one is this bedroom, or this like landing room. So now we're going to head back down to backyard. Give it a good look. Like I mentioned at the beginning, still the same size backyards. All of the backyards in this neighborhood are the same. Even though you're on a corner lot, you just have the side entry garage versus front entry. There's a little spider hanging right in the middle of the doorway, and he won't make up his mind where he wants to go. There you go, friend. Okay, so backyard. They did have this added on covered patio done. It's like a pergola style with a tin roof on it. Let me step out real quick. We've had, this is either going to be your gas meter or your moisture meter. I'm not 100% sure which one. We have had a decent amount of rain over the last 24 hours. Things don't look very soggy, or they don't feel soggy. It doesn't look like we're holding water anywhere. We do have a couple of gigantic ant mounds. And this was probably like for a fire pit. Backyard's super quiet though. So it might be just a little bit bigger than some of the other ones. I feel like it comes out a little further on this side. This is going to be your tankless hot water heater, power meter, gas meter, and an additional spigot. And this looks like it's not too terribly old. It's a pretty nice little addition, especially in the summer. But I think that wraps this one up. So this is, oh, I didn't really talk about the assumption, so I'll talk about that too. So this is 918 Hackberry Drive in Willow Heights. We're at the back of Cypress Bend. You do have a neighborhood pool with this one. It is listed for $315. It is 2,099 square feet. It brings it at $150 a square foot, which falls within like the range for the neighborhood. I do feel like it is still a little on the higher side if they're like so motivated. 3-bed, 2.5 bath. And then the last like little wrap up. They did purchase this one in 2021 during the big like boom of beautiful interest rates. So it does have a 2.75% assumable VA loan is the current mortgage on the home. The caveat is that the gap between the list price and what they owe on the mortgage is $100,000. They owe $215 and they have it listed for $315. The way assumptions work, I don't fully recall if we talked about this. I feel like we might have, but just to be on the safe side. So with assumptions, you purchase the house at the price that they have it listed on the market for, and you pay the difference in cash. Occasionally, I have not found one that actually has done it yet, but I have heard that it is a thing. Some lenders will allow a second mortgage when the gap is substantial. So with it being $100,000 gap, if you don't have the cash to pay that gap, depending on who currently holds the mortgage, there is a chance that they would allow a second mortgage on the $100,000. If you do go that route, then the interest rate would be the current interest rate, around like the 6.5% to 7%. And so you would basically have like two payments, one for the 2.75% and then one for the second mortgage of $100,000. Ideally, like sometimes you do have to really look at the numbers to make sure it works the way that you want it to. Ideally, even with those two mortgages, they are still less than a 315 at 6.5%. However, if you go the Navy Federal route, having a mortgage for 315 at 4% may be cheaper than having a 215 at 2.75% and 100 at 6.5 to 7%. Because if it's not with Navy Federal, you won't be able to do the 4% on the second mortgage. So I hope that all made sense. If that is something y'all are looking into, we can definitely have a call to like discuss it more in detail. But I think that's it. So let me know if you guys have any questions.